2019. We're here. How are you? I am excited to be back. Welcome to Confessions of a Conveyancer for 2019. I have had a lovely break, a few more days off work yet, but I am pumped to be back live, giving you some knowledge, sharing out some information. I've missed it. And going on holidays always allows me time to be really creative and think about my direction and clarity and focus for the new year. And one thing I really was thinking about this year is, this year at Christmas, how many of you on Christmas Day were sitting there at family and friends and you might have said, next year, I want to have Christmas at my house, in a new house. Next year, next summer, we want to have a pool. We want to have bought an investment property by next year. We want to have done all of these things. New Year's resolutions can be about property, okay? It is the largest financial investment you're going to do. And you know what? It's the great Australian dream, living in your own house. So if you want to be in somewhere by next Christmas, you want to have that pool ready for the New Year's party next year, you need to start planning now. Yes, a year out, how long it takes. For me, I actually take 2 years of planning with my property investments, but I really want you to start thinking about it today. I want you to start thinking about, do you want to have bought a new property by the end of the year? Do you want to have a new family home? Do you want to have an investment? And not just think about it, start doing something about it. There is so much free information, okay? Go to my website, download, there's some free ebooks there to get you started and start planning. But the first thing I want you to do is I want you to write it down. I want you to write down, hi Ben, hi Carla, Happy New Year. I want you to write down what your property goal is for the next year, okay? So here's some things. It could be pay off the mortgage more. It could be being a new house by Christmas, have a new garden, do the landscaping, buy an investment property, move the family into a new granny flat, any of those things, whatever it is, write that down as soon as you get off this video, okay? It is so important to write it down, and then you need to work backwards. So we've made our goal. It might be by next Christmas, I want the family to be in a new family home. So what do we need to do? The first thing after you've written it down is you've got to start planning, and everything to do with property comes back to money. So if you want to buy, if you want to upgrade, you got to start making that budget. Work out what the budget needs to be for the year, dial it back to the month, dial it back to the week. It is simple as that, yeah? Make it known so you know exactly how much money you want per week to be able to reach your property journey this year. And then I want you to start saving. Start realizing that you don't want to wait till July to decide you want to be in a new house for Christmas. You want to start saving now. And if you write it down, it'll stop you getting an extra takeaway. It might stop you from deciding to buy something else because you've got that goal, that property goal for the next year that you really want to stick to. And even if it's you want to sell your home, you need to start planning for that as well, because people forget selling costs money. You may be deciding that you need to do some work in the garden before you can sell. You may decide to get a building inspector around to see if everything's okay before you sell and get the house ready. Whatever your goal is, write it down today. Action it from every month, then action it to every week. If it is to have a new deck outside for Christmas next year, 12-month plan. It's easy to do, but you need to do it now. Property is one of those things that you really shouldn't make decisions overnight. The more planning you do, the more confidence you have, the better decisions you will make, because they won't be based on emotion. Hi, Charlotte, thanks for jumping on. So, and that's one thing that you need to do. And you know what else? Start learning. There are so many free resources out there. Jump on every Wednesday, get my free ebooks, search the internet, buy a book, start reading up. The more you know, the more stress-free it's going to be for you, the more fun it's going to be, and just work out what you really want, okay? And you know what? It gives you time to have a look around. It gives you time to look at the new property that you want to get, and you can have a real good grasp of what's going on in the property market. So just to recap, People often think that buying and selling property is something that's done quite quickly. I actually wrote a blog on this just recently, and most people were saying, they'll look at a house and they buy it in an hour because they found the one that they love. That's really poor planning. You don't just walk in and buy a house. There's months and months of planning behind it to make sure you're making excellent financial decisions so that you're setting yourself up for a brilliant future, secure future, where you can have the New Year's Eve party next year and celebrate in style because you've earned it. It really does take a good year to make those really foundation blocks of planning. And the number one planning is, of course, financial. And when we have these times of year of celebrations where we're going to other people's houses, it's usually this time of year that I feel a lot of people's interest. They see how someone else has styled it, or they want a bigger home next year for Christmas. They want to have the pool. It's that type of time when we're thinking about the type of lifestyle that we want. And a lot of property decisions is really about thinking about the lifestyle that you want. There are, of course, other property decisions like buying an investment property or increasing your portfolio. And ultimately, they still have lifestyle decisions. So really have a think about it now. I want you to go away tonight. That is your action plan. I want you to go away after this video. I want you to write down what your property goal is for 2019. Now, if you're a first home buyer and you don't think you're ready to get into the market yet, it could be something as simple as start saving now. If you're 18 or 19, start putting away $50 a week. Set yourself up for life. It's property investing, making those goals. It starts now. 2019 is here. Hi Amanda, hi Rion, hi Charlotte. Thanks for jumping on. I just want everyone to start knowing it now. Love the hat. This is a holiday hat because I'm not back at work yet, so I get to wear hats and things. Take the time, make the goals, set the goals, and then work them backwards, okay? Know exactly what your goal is. I want a new house. I want an investment property. I want a pool. I want to upgrade the garden. I want to downsize my house. I want to move interstate. All of those things take a lot of time and planning. So set your goal, work it out, then work out monthly what you need to do to reach that property goal, then work it out weekly, and then without fail, start learning. As I said, that doesn't cost any money. There are so many resources out there to help you along the way. People speaking, courses online. You don't need to start paying and engaging your conveyancer until you're getting to the nitty-gritty. In the next 6 months before you start looking at properties, there's so many resources available to you. And the more you know, the more knowledge you have, the more confidence you're gonna have when you're looking at properties, and you won't be buying properties or selling properties based on decision, okay? So that is what I wanted to share with you tonight. 2019, your property journey, it starts right now. Gang, thank you. We are back in the office kind of next week. We are back officially the next week before, but if anyone wants to catch us, I am around doing a few bits and pieces. 2019, I don't make resolutions because I like to set goals along the way, but I can say I've got a good feeling about it. I'm excited. This rocket ship is going to keep going. I'm excited, and I've got some big plans for some of my lives and talks and things like that. So I'm here. I'm going to be sharing out more knowledge. I'm super inspired after my break to bring you a whole heap of information. Now, we always finish with a confession. My confession is actually an interesting one. My New Year's Eve was fantabulous. For any of that you saw, I went to Sydney and was able to see the fireworks live from the Botanical Gardens. It may have been my first ever sober New Year's Eve, and I didn't get to sleep till about 2 or 2:30, which is probably my latest ever one. But I actually had the best time ever. So my confession was I learned how much I could actually party hard on no drinks at all. It's not a resolution not to drink more. To be honest, the only reason I didn't drink is I simply didn't think I would be able to stay awake till midnight if I had a few drinks, because I'm a shocker. I always fall asleep early. 2019, go and get it. I want you to write down those plans, those actions. I want to hear from you. If you need more information, go and get some ebooks off my website. They are free. Start learning. Tonight, make a decision about what you want your goal to be. Stop fluffing around and waiting for the spring or waiting for the weather to get better or waiting for the property market to get better and it's not a buyer's market anymore or waiting for the house next door to go for sale. Stop waiting. Make the plan today. Set yourself up for success in the property market. Thank you. Thanks for joining on. I love you all and see you next week. Oh, actually, next week I'm going to come from a special interstate location. Stay tuned. See you.